So in case you guys couldn't tell, the Pokemon series is actually something that's super important to me, and it's my favorite series of video games out there. And something I haven't really touched on a ton, unless you're watching my timeline series, is the spin-off series of the Pokemon games. The spin-off series are not a part of the core series of games, and they usually have a different aspect or different vibe to them. Think Pokemon Ranger, think Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, think Pokemon Conquest. Like, they don't have the normal battle system, they don't have anything like that. Sometimes you are Pokemon. So in today's video, we're going to go through and we're going to tier list the spin-off series of Pokemon. Now keep in mind, I'm going to do them as a series, not as individual games. So with that, hello everybody, thank you for coming to my channel. My name is Lane, and with that, let's get started. Alright, and as always, I like to go ahead and start this off by showing you our tiers. We have amazing, great, good, haven't played in a long time. So in this category, it's going to be more of like, I don't dislike it. I don't know if I've played it enough or recently enough to actually form like a valid opinion on how I feel about it, but so I'm not going to put it in bad, but it's probably bad. Then we have bad, and we have never played for the games that I've never played. Because looking at this list, there's quite a few games that I've actually never played. Don't know if it's something I ever want to play, but yeah, we'll see what that takes us. So to start this off, I have Pokemon Unite, which I'm going to place up in amazing. This is a game that I have put a ton of hours in, and with the amount of hours that I put into this game, you'd think that I'd be a lot better at it, but sadly no. I've only made it to Master Rank like 4 or 5 different times. This game's a lot of fun because you get to play live with other people. I don't have any friends though, so I've only ever played online with other people, and I'd like to think that I'm good at it, but my mains are Glaceon, Espeon, Sylveon. I've played Zoroark a lot. I'm trying to think for Ceruledge. But yeah, overall this game's a lot of fun to play. I would recommend it. It's free to play. You just might not be able to get all of the different characters. I don't know though, because I haven't played it since August. With the Switch 2 coming out, there are other games that took priority like Legends ZA, Hyrule Warriors, Age of Imprisonment, Kirby Air Raider, Mario Kart. So I've just kind of, this one's not fallen by the wayside, but I'm gonna have to come back to it here soon anyways. So overall, it's an amazing game though. Next we have a PokéPark series. So this one includes PokéPark Wii and PokéPark 2 Wonders Beyond. I think that this series is great. I think that they took the aspect of being a Pokemon, like in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, which we'll get to later, and they did the opposite of what you do in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Because you're not exploring dungeons, you're exploring an open world-ish, where you have to befriend Pokemon, not necessarily fight them or rescue them or anything. You're just, well, I mean, you do kind of do that in the first one, but this series is just very interesting. I love the aspect of just exploring an open world while being a Pokemon. I don't like in the first one that you are just limited to being Pikachu, but in the second game you get to be Pikachu, Oshawott, Snivy, or Tepig. Depending on the situation, you get to switch between them. But yeah, overall, the series is fantastic. It's great. I think it's really good. I don't think it's on the Pokemon Unite level, though. Next, we have Pokemon Pinball, which I haven't played this game in a very long time, like probably 15 years. It's interesting. I think that what's really fun about the Pokemon spin-off series is that they kind of mix it with other games. Like Mystery Dungeon isn't unique to Pokemon. There are Mystery Dungeon games out there all over the place. With Pokemon Snap, you're not fighting Pokemon, you're taking pictures of them. In this game, you're playing pinball with Pokemon stickers, which I don't care for. I'm not really a big pinball fan, in all honesty, so it's not that I don't like it, it's just, it's not for me personally. I don't think that that's a game that I would go out and pick to play. So that's why it belongs there. I'm not going to put it in bad though, because I do like Pokemon things, so. Next we have Pokemon Snap. So this game includes Pokemon Snap and new Pokemon Snap, and it's going to go all the way up in amazing for me. I do think a lot of my bias from this game comes from new Pokemon Snap because it's a beautiful game. I have a lot of really good memories playing that game on Twitch, and that was a very unique part of my life, that time in my life when this game ended up coming out and me getting it. So I just have a lot of really good memories attached to these games. I think the aspect of taking photos of Pokemon while exploring a new region, new island, a new archipelago island, a new Pokemon Snap. Just a super fascinating concept. I know that this game actually started off with being a dinosaur photo game, which I mean, hey, not a super far throw from being Pokemon to whatever, but yeah, overall this game series was fantastic. I loved it. I have a lot of really good memories, and yeah, it's great. We got Pokémon Ranger next, which I'm gonna put this series all the way up in Raising 2. This game series has 3 different entries, with it being Pokémon Ranger, Pokémon Ranger Shadows of Omnia, which is probably the best out of the 3, and then we have Pokémon Ranger Guardian Signs, which is probably the more lackluster version of these games. But hey, I mean, there's one in every family, right? And I am that one in my family, so... But no, overall, I think the capture mechanic of using a capture stylus to circle and destroy your DS pad is great. I think that the characters, the lore, everything about these games is just fantastic, and I love it. I can't believe that they haven't made a new entry for the series since 2013, and that wasn't back in Generation 4, so that's what's crazy to me. But overall, fantastic series. I love it. Next, we got Pokkén Tournament, and it's good. My biggest grievance with this series is that overall, the battle mechanics, the controls for your Pokemon are very, very difficult in my mind. Like, it's not super user-friendly, and honestly, like, I like to play as Weavile. I could never get the button combinations correct, and I feel like I had to memorize them, and it never really worked out the way I needed it to. I also don't think that they included enough different playstyles. I think they tried to, and I do think that this may have been like a precursor for Pokémon Unite, but I think Pokémon Unite does it a lot better because of the way that you do the attacks and everything. I don't think that it's necessarily as user-friendly as Pokémon Unite. But it's not bad. It's good. It's just not great. Detective Pikachu. This series is one that I actually have not played in a really long time, and I need to because I'm going to be making a timeline video about it someday. And it just not for me, in my opinion. The first game was fun. I saw what they were trying to do. I just don't know if this was the best direction for it to go. I feel like they needed to pick a Pokemon other than Pikachu for this. Detective Psyduck. Detective Eevee. I don't know. But overall, the game, it's a fun idea, fun series. I don't know if it's a game that I would purposely pick up. It's not a bad game at all, but I just don't know if it's something I would recommend. The movie was a lot of fun. I've watched that movie like at least 30 times. I watched it the night before I actually left for France on a trip in college, so like I saw it in theaters with my friend. But yeah, overall, I just haven't played it in a long time. Maybe on a replay of it, I'll enjoy it more, but yeah, we'll see. We got Pokémon Mystery Dungeon, which I'm gonna rearrange some of these real quick. Yeah, I think Pokémon Mystery Dungeon, fantastic. I think that this is when you think of a Pokemon spin-off game, I think that Pokémon Ranger and Pokémon Mystery Dungeon are going to be the top of that list because they are just so iconic and so memorable. Pokémon Mystery Dungeon has so many different entries too. We have Pokémon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team, Blue Rescue Team. We have Explorers of Time, Explorers of Darkness, Explorers of Sky. We have all of the WiiWare games, which I have never played, but I really want to. We have Gates to Infinity. We have Super Mystery Dungeon. We have the remake of the initial one, Pokémon Mystery Dungeon DX. I think that the idea of playing as a Pokemon, wandering through this world only inhabited by Pokemon, taking the personality test, these games are just perfect. I love these games. I actually remember getting the first Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team for my Game Boy Advance SP back in the day. I say that like it was forever ago, and it kind of was. But it was just a really, really good time. I went to Meyer with my mom, and we picked it up, and then I played it the entire way home. For Alligators, forever one of my favorite Pokemon, just because that was my Pokemon that I was. It's just, I have a lot of really, really good memories with the Mystery Dungeon series. Next we have Pokémon Conquest, which I'm actually going to put up at the top of great. I think that this was an extremely ambitious attempt to recreate the Pokemon formula in a Conquest format. So, and I also enjoy the idea that this can connect back to the main series because Nobunaga had a Rayquaza, and that Rayquaza was a gift Pokemon, and it's Nobunaga's Rayquaza, and it's there. So obviously Nobunaga's real in the Pokemon universe, right? Right? But no, I think that this was a very, very interesting take on the Pokemon formula. I really enjoyed it. I like that all of the characters are based off of real people too, from Japanese history. And yeah, just overall, really, really good game. Pokemon Rumble. I'm gonna just say it's bad. I honestly don't even know what you're doing. I probably couldn't even give a great description of this game. There's a lot of games in this series, which is kind of mind-blowing to me because I'm not quite sure what the whole goal is with it. I do like the fact that you get to start off as a Rattata in the first one, because that's kind of a forgotten Pokemon, so that's pretty cool. But overall, I don't think I would recommend this game to a single person in the entire world. So take that for a grain of salt, but hey. Alright, now we got PokéPark. Nope, we got Pokemon Pokopia, which at this time has not come out yet. So, can't recommend it, never played it. Will be playing it. I have a feeling based off of trailers and things that when I do play it, it'll go all the way up here, if not right there. But yeah, for now, it's got to go on that lowest tier because I've never played it. Pokémon Quest is another game that I've actually never played. I don't think it's horrible. But I don't think that it's for me. The graphics are a little weird. I think it's a mixture of Pokemon and Minecraft, which seems really cool, but it doesn't seem like it's for me. And you know, it's kind of surprising that I've ever played this because it came out on mobile. Whoa, it came out on mobile device and it also came out on the Switch. Maybe I should play it someday. We'll see. I don't even know if there's like a story with it. I don't know. So, anywho. Next we got Pokémon Trozei, which I'm gonna put up in good. I don't think it's bad. Well, honestly, I should probably play it haven't played it in a long time. I haven't played this game in a really, really long time. I actually got this game from my friend Tristan when I was a child, and he wanted it back, but I never gave it back. So it's interesting. It's like where you get to match Pokemon, like think Candy Crush. But Pokemon, you get to play as Lucy Fleetwood, Lucy Lightfoot or something like that. And her partner Pokemon is an Apom, which is one of my favorite Pokemon. So that's very memorable for me. But overall, I should do Tristan the honor and play this game since I have not played it in probably a good 10-15 years. Finally, we have the Hey You Pikachu series, which... Okay, this one includes Hey You Pikachu, Pokemon Channel, and Pokemon Dash. I'm going to put it in never played because I've only played Pokemon Dash from that series. Never played Pokemon Channel or Hey You Pikachu. It seems like an interesting series overall. I don't think any of those games have really anything to do with each other than the fact that Pikachu is the main series and they kind of needed somewhere to... main character, yeah, in the series. They kind of needed somewhere to put Pokemon Dash. I do think the overall idea of it being like the initial decline in our dystopian timeline is very, very interesting. I think that, yeah, I'm just going to leave that there because there's a timeline video coming about these games at some point. Alright, you guys, thank you so much for coming to my channel and hanging out with me. Let me know what your favorite side series was down in the video. Let me know if you disagree, agree, like it, love it, hate it. Yep. Don't forget to subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I will see you guys in the next one. I think next week we're going to be covering the mobile games. So you might be seeing more Pokemon Quest again. But I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!